Over the course of the last few years, e-readers have been enjoying a resurgence. There's more startups than ever, there's more models now than ever, and people are finally bucking the 6-inch trend and gravitating towards more large screen devices. Sony Digital Paper pioneered this, then Good e-reader followed closely behind. Now we can get e-readers in all shapes and sizes, from a single screen to a dual screen, and more innovation right around the corner. Let's check out all of the best new e-readers coming out in 2018. The first e-reader is something that we recently reviewed called the E1 book. Now, it's not available yet, both in Japan or internationally, but it features two 7.2-inch screens, and it's based on a successful Kickstarter campaign. It fits in your bookshelf like a real book, and it's one of the best dual screen devices that we've ever reviewed. The next is the Sony DPT CP1. Now, this was initially hit the FCC a few weeks ago, but Sony Japan actually put out a listing, and they said it's going to be available in Japan starting June, but there's no date in which it'll be available in the US yet. It's going to perhaps retail anywhere between $400 and $500, although the price isn't fully established. We do know that it'll feature a smaller screen than the digital paper, which is the 13.3-inch screen. This DPT CP1 will feature a 10.3-inch screen, and it's going to have a resolution of 1872 by 1404 at 227 ppi. It'll have a capacitive layer and a stylus layer, so you can interact with it via the touch screen or the stylus. It'll basically have the same software as the other digital papers currently on the market. The next e-reader is done by Artitech, and it's known as the Kobo Infinity, and this is their big device of this year. It features a 10.3-inch screen, resolution 1872 by 1404, pretty well the same as the DPT CP1. This one will have color temperature lights, so it will actually have the same type of color temperature technology that the new Tolino has, the Kobo Aura 1 has, and a growing cadre of e-readers currently on the market. It has respectable specs, 1 gigahertz processor, 1 gig of RAM, 8 gigs of internal storage. This is their big e-reader of the year, and it looks like it could be a winner. The next device is currently under the codename space, the Kobo Clara HD. Now, we don't know much about this because Kobo, by way of Netronics, did the FCC application in the States, but they embargoed all pictures and everything like that. The rumor is that this e-reader could be announced within the next few weeks and coming out sometime in May, perhaps in time for Mother's Day. More on this with goodereader.com. The next 3 devices are from Onyx Book. They have a lot of new products in their portfolio launching sometime in 2018. The first one is the Onyx Book Poke. Now, what's interesting about the Poke is that it's going to be the first 6-inch e-reader with a quad-core processor, and the Onyx Book Nova is a 7.8-inch e-reader also with a quad-core processor. So these two e-readers will have 1 gig of RAM, quad-core processor, Android 6.0. It's going to be very disruptive to the established marketplace, provided that they have more visibility for Western European and North American customers. They are releasing a new version, the Onyx Book Note, which has been one of their best success stories of 2017 so far. People have been buying them in droves, and this is the one e-reader that we noticed that it's the most commented on our YouTube channel, the most commented on our news website, and they're selling hands over fist on the Good e-reader store themselves. The Onyx Book S will actually have a 9.7-inch screen, so it's smaller than a 10.3, and it'll come with a more affordable price point. Full specs and links to all of these will be in the description of this YouTube video, so I'm not going to go over each and every spec, but it's looking pretty good, as you can see from the pictures above. What does Amazon have planned for 2018? Well, Amazon is the one unknown. They never release FCC data. When they do, they go through a series of proxy companies, and they never use the same proxy company twice. So it's very hard to track what they're doing, and they're always very ambiguous. They never call it an ebook reader, they call it something else. So people, journalists that troll around the FCC application site can never really know what Amazon has planned. What do I think that they have planned? Well, that's a different story. The Amazon Kindle Voyage has been one e-reader that is sitting in a weird quagmire. When it first came out, it was Amazon's flagship e-reader. Then the Oasis 2 came out, and it totally relegated the Voyage to being second fiddle. Now, the Voyage for all of 2018 has been chronically unavailable on Amazon. It's been sold out at times completely, both the Wi-Fi and the 3G model, special offers and non-special offers. In Canada, it's the same thing. 3G option isn't even available, non-special offers is available, but the combination of the other two are. Now, it looks like Amazon is probably considering to phase this out. They're injecting small units of inventory, probably bringing them from retail locations to Amazon, or bringing overseas stock to the main.com store in order to sell more units. But it probably looks like in 2018, Amazon won't do a Kindle Voyage 2. It doesn't really make sense. What does make sense is that they're going to refresh the Kindle Basic, which is their, $59 entry-level Kindle. This really hasn't changed since it was released in 2015, and it's getting a little bit long in the tooth. It's still using e-ink Pearl technology, which I believe came out in 2009. So it's using really outdated technology. I think that they'll probably upgrade it to Carta, not HD Carta, but just normal Carta, because the price point on that has dramatically fallen. I believe that they'll also release a new paperweight this year. The last paperweight, 2015 as well, so it's also getting long in the tooth. Why I think they're going to be releasing a paperweight? Well, don't forget, one of the big things for Amazon this year was introducing audio by way of Audible on the Kindle Oasis. They brought it to the Voyage, and they even brought it to the entry-level Kindle with firmware updates. The paperweight is the only version that did not support Audible, so it probably makes sense that all of the Kindle e-readers in our modern portfolio have Bluetooth, able to sync with wireless headphones, wireless speakers, and the paperweight is the odd man out in this respect, so it probably makes sense that Amazon would want all of their e-readers to be compatible with Audible, since the paperweight now is incompatible. They generally will probably refresh this. When are they going to refresh it? That's unknown. They'll probably do it in September or October like they do for all their e-readers every single year, but that remains to be seen. These are the e-readers that we know about that are coming around this year. What e-readers do you hope that come out? Do you hope that Barnes & Noble perhaps releases a new e-reader? Do you hope that Pocketbook does something new? What about Tolino? There's no plans yet, as well as no rumors about what their plans are. And don't forget, there's a lot of Chinese companies, Netronics. What are they going to do? This remains to be seen. Drop a comment below. For GoodEreader.com, my name is Michael, and everybody take care.